So let's hit up this $900 a week TNT money again, because I've been getting questions and comments and stuff on that. So let's talk about this 900 a week, and I'm going to try to answer some of those questions that you had. My TNT trainer, he's the one that pays me 900 a week, and he's not paying me 900 a week. Listen, guys, your TNT trainer cannot mess with that pay. He's not going to make it less. He cannot make it less. The Prime takes that out of his money. So if you feel like that your TNT trainer has anything to do with taking away some of your 900, you're mistaken. If you did not get the 900, then you need to hit up Prime. And yes, again, it is 900 before taxes, before they take out everything they take out of it. So make sure that you check what it was before they took out stuff. Follow that check stub up to wherever it says, hey, you made 900, and then look at what they taken out of it. Make sure you keep up with your money. But your TNT trainer has no control over it. He can't say, hey, you know what, this week you made me mad, so I'm not going to pay you your 900. He doesn't have control of that. Now, the other stories, we just jumping right into this. I'm just hitting these points. Now, the other stories I'm hearing is, hey, whenever I was on TNT, my trainer had me logged into the truck the entire time I was off, so I got paid 900 a week. And that's how it should be. Look, I don't know what happened, and if you got paid while you were off, you know, Prime was really nice to you and they paid you while you were not available for dispatch. You're on a team truck with your trainer. Whenever he decides to go home, you're going to be the same way. You're going to be going home. The truck's not available for dispatch, so it's not moving. So guess what? You're not getting paid. Now, if for some reason you were left on the Qualcomm or whatever and it pays you, then like, hey, you beat the system. But if you're off and your trainer's off, your trainer takes time off, you're off. So if you're at your home on your home time, or maybe your trainer put you up in a hotel room, or maybe he just stopped by the house for 2 days and like he left you on, that's going to be up to him to pay that extra, because it's coming out of his check. So you guys that got paid, maybe your trainer stopped at home for 2 days and he left you on the truck, he's paying you for being home for those 2 days, and it was probably just something he needed to go home for real quick, and he was like, you know what, you're a good student, I'm just going to pay you while we're here. You know, if you're not on the truck, you're not available for dispatch. If you're at home, you're not available for dispatch. If your trainer's taking time off and you don't want to take time off, that is something you're going to have to work up with your fleet manager, because if everybody said, hey, my trainer's taking off and he's dropping me at home and I don't want to be at home, I want to keep running, I should be getting paid during this time, everybody would take advantage of that. So you can't just be like, hey, my trainer's going, we're taking some time off next week and I want to get paid, so I'm going to tell Prime that I don't want to be home, I want to be working. You know, like, that would be a big loophole. Everybody would take advantage of that, and everybody would be like, hey, we're on home time, but we don't want to be on home time, so you can get paid while you're at home. Like, that's common sense. This is a business we're running here at Prime. It's a business. They're not going to pay you for being home off the truck and just pay you $900 a week for your trainer took off and you didn't want to. You know what I've seen in the past? I've seen this. A student was all like, my trainer wants to take off 2 weeks and that's too long for me. I got to go out there and make money. So they said something. They spoke up. They told dispatch, hey, look, man, I cannot afford to be home for 2 weeks. I need to go run some freight. They took him off that truck and put him on a different truck so they could continue running freight and get their TNT done. Now, I've heard of that, and they did get paid because they were switching trucks. But I have not heard of anyone taking home time and be like, hey, I don't want to be home, so I need to get paid $900 a week, and they pay you for it. You know, it's crazy that people are thinking like this, and that's like, you're just trying to work the system over here, and unfortunately, it's not going to work out for you. You know, you're getting paid $900 a week, like, before taxes. you're doing all right. Solo company driver, you're going to be making a little bit more than that. So, you know, you got to kind of, I know that you want to be on your own truck and you want to be making your own money and you want to be running freight. You just got to deal with this TNT process. You got to get it done and get onto your own truck and start making your own money. So, like some of these comments, I would like for y'all to think about this. Why should Prime pay you if your trainer's off? It doesn't make sense. Why would Prime let your trainer adjust your pay and make it even less? Whenever Prime was the ones that first said, hey, look, we're going to guarantee you $900 a week during your training. You think that they would feel like, hey, since you're the trainer and you're paying that $900 a week, if you feel like he did bad, if he didn't run as hard as he should have, go ahead and you have the ability to dock his pay. Prime already said that you're getting $900 a week. Why would they allow somebody to take some of your money? Y'all guys gotta really think about this. It's great that our training pay is so high. Other companies, their training pay is not as high as Prime's. So we're doing really good on the $900 a week. I feel like it's really good. I feel that it's fair. I feel that it's manageable. Yes, it's not the same money you would have if you were running your own truck. And no, it's not that lease money that everyone's been dreaming about. Everybody's dreaming about that lease money. It's not that money. In fact, when you go lease, if you jump straight into a lease, when you take a week off, it's worse than not getting paid, because now you have a truck responsibility. You have a payment on that truck. So now you take a week off and you're on your lease truck and you're like, man, I'm going to take a week off. Right when you get your truck, you go into the hole because you owe a truck payment. Didn't think about that. So you're taking a week off and paying for that truck payment to take that week off. Like a lot of this stuff is common sense, folks. Like, just think about it. Just think about it. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. If you told me, hey, I can take a week off, all I got to do is say, hey, I don't want to take a week off to my trainer, and I'll get paid while I'm taking the week off. Everybody would be doing that. Man, I'm about to call them right now and tell them, hey, I'm about to take a week off, and tell my students, hey, I still expect to be getting paid y'all's weekly pay right now, because you know what? I really don't want to take this week off, but I'm kind of forced to. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Getting paid for being off. I can see if you're waiting on a truck or you're available for dispatch, but the case is you're not. You and your TNT trainer need to have good communication from the start. Tell them, hey, these are the days off. Like, I want to know how long we're going to be out. Like, are we going to run hard and we're going to run the whole time? Or when are you planning on going home, so I can plan around it too? That way y'all are both going home the same time. Y'all got it worked out. Or maybe you have a date that you need to be home. You're all like, hey, if there's any way possible, can I get home for this date? Just see what he says, because he might change his home time. He might be like, you know what? He really needs to be home on that day. Let me just switch my days around that I was going to take, because I was just going to go home just to get a break from each other. And he might switch his days. I don't mean to harp on this. I just think that it was a bunch of common sense. Like, that's common sense stuff. If you're not working, you're not getting paid. If you're not available for dispatch, you're not getting paid. If your trainer needs to go home and you're all like, man, I don't want to go home, get in line to get on another truck. Could you imagine if you did that? You said, hey, man, I want a new trainer. I'm going to wait. I'll wait for one. Like, I can't be home that long. And then you end up getting stuck home for like 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks waiting on another trainer to come around to take you over the road. You just defeated the whole point, like the whole purpose. Defeated it. Just keep that in mind. Like, some of this stuff is common sense. I want y'all to be smart about this. You know, if you had a truly good question and you asked it, like, maybe I could give you a better answer. But whenever you're like, hey, I want to be paid when I'm off, like, that's ludicrous. I don't know. Like, I just don't get it. Hey, thanks for asking. I'm trying to answer it right here, right now. So you gave me an ideal for a video, so here I am. Like, comment, and subscribe, and keep watching my videos.